What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another update with Pork Chop. How's everybody doing? I didn't do my second one last week, nor did I do my story time with Pork Chop last week. I just wasn't feeling it, and I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully something this week. I really just been focusing on my family right now and a couple of other things, work included, and so I just been doing my thing, and once again apologizing for putting y'all on the back burner. I don't do it intentionally, it happens, and I apologize. But anyway, so I have a crazy story to tell y'all, something that happened tonight, but I'll wait till Saturday to tell you guys. I got off easy this week. I thought I was gonna have to work all day Friday and Saturday for the wholesaler this week, but turns out my week is next week, so I get a free weekend, which I'm gonna use. Stop me if you think you've heard this one before. I'm gonna use it to record and edit and relax and enjoy my afternoon on Friday and my morning and early afternoon on Saturday. I'm gonna probably go to my grandma's Saturday night, just like we did last Saturday night, and watch that debauchery that was the Texas A&M Alabama game. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm still fuming. But we might have gotten rid of Kellen Mond. I think he's part of the problem. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. The freshman quarterback came in. Apparently he looked pretty damn good. I don't know. I fell asleep during the fourth quarter of that game because I was so bored, man. I don't fall asleep during football games. I rarely fall asleep during football games, and that's one where I kind of conked out during the third quarter. And when I woke up, the game was pretty much over, and I was like, oh, well, nice. Because my wife and my grandmother were sitting talking in the living room because we just had my wife and I came over to for me to do yard work. I got voluntold by my granddad to do yard work, and by the time I got there, my grandma's stubborn ass had already done it because granddad told her that hey, Colin's coming over on Saturday to do the yard, and my grandma's pretty much attitude was, I don't need him to come over. He's already working 2 jobs, and he doesn't need to come over and do yard work on his day off. So my grandma just said screw it and mowed the grass. So when we got there, because I was going to wait till Jocelyn got off work because she had to work this Saturday, so we got there about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and the yard was done. Grandma was putting the lawnmower up, and I was like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm in the shed. I was like, why? And she's like, I'm putting the lawnmower up. I'm like, why? And she's like, because I'm done. I was like, Grandma. But she was like, whatever. She's like, it's whatever. That pissed me off when he told me that you were going to do the yard. So she's like, here, keep the money that he is going to give you. And if he asks, you did the yard. I said, okay, Grandma. So there we go. My grandma just was irritated instantly when my granddad was like, hey, Colin's coming over and do the yard. She wasn't happy about it. So I spent the evening with my grandmother and my wife, and then finally about 9:30, 8:30 or 9:30, I can't remember which. Grandma, I was like, Grandma, have you eaten today? And she's like, no. And I was like, Grandma, it is dinner time, and you have not eaten anything today. She was, no. I was like, well, guess what? We're taking you out to dinner. She's like, okay, where do y'all want to go? And it took me about an hour to figure out that I wanted Waffle House because a all-star special sounded fantastic. And I don't even drink, guys. I have a sober all-star special, which is hit and miss when you're sober, but I've never been drunk. But I bet you if you are drunk, those all-star specials are freaking fantastic. If you don't know what the all-star special is at Whataburger, I wish Whataburger had an all-star special. At Waffle House, I'm gonna tell you, it is a waffle or biscuits and gravy, your choice of an entree. Then you got a side of hash browns or grits. I always get the hash browns, smothered, covered, and topped, which is code for onions, cheese, and chili. They put like a Texas chili on top, not like a green chili, but like a like Wolf brand chili, like a Texas chili. And then you get a choice between sausage, bacon, or ham. You gotta go with bacon. And then you get a side of toast, white, wheat, or raisin. So what I do is, oh, and then eggs. You get a side of eggs. So what I do is I get my eggs over medium, and then I get my hash browns smothered, covered, and topped, but I think they got rid of the top, so it's just smothered and covered, so just onions and cheese, and then bacon. So what I do with those items is I take the hash browns and put it on top of the eggs, and then I take the bacon, take a couple of those strips, because I give you 3 usually. I take a couple of those strips and I break them off into pieces, put them on top of that, and then just depending on how I feel that day, Cholula, Tabasco, or even ketchup. Some days that's the only way I'll eat ketchup with my eggs. Otherwise, it is disgusting if you eat ketchup with your eggs. So, and I do that, and then I take the raisin toast, which they give you 2 slices of toast cut in half, so you get 4 slices of toast technically, or 4 pieces of toast. And I usually put the mixed or the grape, but they were so kind and they gave me the apple butter, which was a definite dark horse for the raisin toast. But I don't do anything with the toast. I just lather it with that beautiful apple butter and set it to the side and enjoy that by itself. And then with the waffle, I usually get it with pecans, so I add pecans to that waffle. And I also enjoy the waffle by itself, just like the toast. But I take those side items and I mix them all together and give me a nice little, what's the word I'm looking for? Not really a stew, but a nice, just hodgepodge smorgasbord of a side, and it is fan-frickin-tastic. So I recommend doing that. That's the pork chop way. If you guys ever go to Waffle House and get the All-Star Special, that's the way I do it. You can do it. Giving you advice, food advice, way before McDonald's started doing all these wrappers, specials that you got to get. Cactus Jack has got one, and now they have another one, which is pretty much just like an entree with like an Oreo like McFlurry. And I'm like, guys, you guys don't even want to know how I eat at McDonald's. It'll break the bank, because I get bougie when I go to McDonald's, because when you go to McDonald's with those golden arches, you got to do what you got to do. But that's how I do it at Waffle House. So the more you know. Guys, I got some more content coming. I'm still trying to work on these damn Dallas Aggies. Might be better than the actual Texas A&M Aggies, but because we're not good this year, y'all. We're not going to be that good. We're going to make a bowl game. We're going to lose by like 30 to, Joe Blow University. But I'm trying to work on the Dallas Aggies. I still have some roster spots that I need to fill. And so what I'm doing there is I'm trying to get to a 53-man roster. And what I'm doing is I'm taking Aggies from the past and I'm trying to implicate them into the game by doing a creative player. So I'm going to do that and hopefully get week 1 up at some point, guys. I'm trying to make that a thing. I'm trying to make it a thing. I'm trying so hard. Bringing back something here. Keywords for this video are, where the hell are the Dallas Aggies? There you go, keywords. And then I'm going to give you a little bit of homework at the end. Going to bring back the 3 questions. Realize I haven't done that in a while and I kind of miss it. So, and then the Huskies have the first 3 installments up. And that's all recorded. I'm going to try to get probably 3 more installments, because I try to buy myself a little bit of time as I film a handful at a time, and then I release them as is. Not as is, I edit them, and you guys know what I mean. And try to upload those at least once a week. The Dallas Aggies are going to coincide with that on Saturdays. And I might move my Storytime with Pork Chop to a different day. If you guys have a suggestion, homework question number 1. What day do you suggest I should do the Storytime with Pork Chop, since I'm putting the Dallas Aggies on Saturdays? Let me know down below. And then I still have that video series that I want to do for y'all about the Halloween costume and me trying to put it together. I got some more pieces that some last minute pieces that I forgot that I needed. I just need a couple more pieces, and I got it finished. But one of them I'm probably gonna have to make myself, because I can't just go to the store and buy what I'm looking for, and it sucks. But I'm pretty sure it won't be that hard to make. It's an accessory that I have to make for the costume. And I'm still trying to keep that a surprise, so there are only like 2 or 3 people in this world that know what the hell I'm doing, and that's it. So once I get that done, you know, I'll start doing the installments. I'm breaking it down into probably gonna be 3 installments, and then the 4th one will be, you know, hopefully something that I can do with the costume. I have an important announcement, hopefully coming soon. I can't talk about it right now because I don't want to jinx it. But some good news potentially coming your way. You know, it's not a baby. Unfortunately, it's not a baby. Something else, though. Something else that's going to be really, really great. I'm going to share with you guys once I get more details and once I get stuff finalized. I'll let you guys know. And guys, keep listening to the Chopping Birds Weekly NFL podcast. I know that I have it here on YouTube, but I also... it's available on Spotify. It's available on Google Podcasts and a few other avenues. And if you guys want to take a gander at that and listen to it on those platforms, I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps. It helps a lot. Chris and I are trying to pick this up and make this a legitimate thing. And I'm hoping to do a little side podcast by myself. And I might have another podcast that I'm going to do with another friend of mine, hopefully in the near future. We keep talking about it, so it's eventually going to, you know, come into fruition, I hope and I think. So, homework question number 2, would you guys be interested in me doing this, like these kind of videos, like in a podcast form, where I just talk for an hour or so, or maybe a couple hours, depending on the topic. Maybe I can get some special guests, maybe some interviews going. There's a few people that I've already... local as well as like international that I'd like to talk to, if I can get a hold of their reps or something like that and talk to them and ask them some questions. And it's just going to be like a hodgepodge, kind of like this channel, where it's just going to be stuff that I just want to talk about, stuff that I giving y'all advice on what you should do with your All-Star Special at Waffle House, or the best way to eat a steak, you know, stuff like that. And then, you know, maybe we can talk about, you know, like supernatural stuff and political stuff and, you know, pop culture stuff and trivia, you know, just whatever. I kind of want to make it kind of like a mix between like the Howard Stern show and like the Joe Rogan podcast, which is, they're both fantastic. Howard Stern's always been kind of a guy I've kind of looked up to, especially with the industry that I went into, which is mass communication, that I graduated with. I'm not in the industry. I was in it for 6 months, and it was a disaster. So maybe we could talk about that, you know, in the podcast, or I can do that. So homework question number 2, if you guys are interested in a podcast of mine, let me know. I already have a couple of names that I want to call it, but we're just going to have to wait and see. It's not going to be something that's going to happen like tomorrow. This might be something that down the line, maybe like a few months from now. And so let me know. Question number 3, let's go ahead and round out a question, just a random ass question. My wife got a cauliflower crust with pizza and pineapple, cauliflower crust pizza with pineapples and black olives. Would you eat that if it was the last pizza on earth? Let me know down below. Let me know how shallow you are when it comes to pizza toppings. You just snob. You just food snobs. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much once again for dropping by, and always remember my little piglets. Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the most. Y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys!